Look at my new strategy. It's called Adaptive Multi-Regime Alpha, and it's perfect for exactly this quarter's macro environment. I rebuilt the whole fund in a weekend. My cousin still owns the same 3 boring things he bought in college. Amateur, this is my time. Watch me shapeshift.
Capy has a cousin. The cousin has 40 strategies. Capy has one strategy, which is doing nothing, on purpose, forever. This should be quick.
I saw the futures at 3 a.m. and I have not blinked since. 9%, down 9. I've moved everything into defensive quality, low volatility dividend aristocrats. Cousin, what did you do?
What did I do? Capy checked the account, saw a smaller number and closed the laptop. Capy did the thing where you do nothing. It's called not looking. The market usually comes back before I finish my nap.
Unbelievable. He's not even trying. I retooled my entire book overnight and he's telling me about a nap. A nap is not a strategy. It's the absence of one. Do you understand what the absence of a strategy does in a drawdown?
Correct, and it's undefeated. Capy has been doing the absence of a strategy since before you learned the word drawdown. It is very restful. You should try it. You won't.
The crash bottoms out at 11% down. My defensive rotation captured the whole move. I'm only down 10.5. I outperformed the panic. Cousin, tell me you at least sold something. Tell me you did one thing.
I sold nothing. I owned the same 3 boring things on Monday, and I owned them Friday. Capy is not down 10.5. Capy is up and asleep, which are Capy's 2 favorite conditions. The market came back up. Capy woke up. Everyone else has a headache. Somewhere, 3 boring things sit in an account, doing what boring things do. Nothing, reliably, forever. This is the whole show. Enjoy the hot spring.
Downturns are the best time to buy, cousin. Fear is a discount, and I have a listing with a wine fridge shaped like your future. Every fee is a feature. I love a correction. A correction is just the market whispering, upgrade your lifestyle.
I do not have a wine fridge. I have 3 boring things and a hot spring. My hot spring has never been repriced. My hot spring does not have a fee. My hot spring is not a feature. It is just warm.
Second crash. Different flavor. This one's rates. The whole market convulsed because a man in a suit said, however, in a speech. I've pivoted. I'm now a global macro tactical rates guy. I've got 17 positions expressing one very sophisticated view about the yield curve.
Capy has no view on the curve. Capy has never met the curve. Capy owns 3 boring things and continues to own them while a man says, however, on television. That is the entire tactical position. It is bulletproof.
Your money is just sitting there. It's not compounding. It's not rotating. It's just lounging. Idle dollars are lazy dollars. Do you know what lazy dollars cost you? Every second one of your dollars is still. Another dollar is out there hustling.
I don't. And I have never once wanted to know. Capy's dollars are lounging. Capy respects a lounging dollar. We have that in common. A lounging dollar and Capy. 2 things that refuse to get up.
I just canceled a free trial that would have charged you $11 next Tuesday. That's the only alpha in this room. Everyone here is screaming about yield curves, and I quietly saved $11 in total silence. That's real work.
She's right. That was the best trade of the day, and she did it in complete silence. No rotation, no lanyard, no honking. $11, saved forever. Capy would applaud, but Capy is conserving energy.
The rates crash ended. My 17-position curve trade was wrong in a very sophisticated way. I'm down 14, but it was intellectually correct. I don't understand what's happening. I did 17 things and lost. You did nothing and you're fine. How are you fine?
Capy is fine because Capy was asleep. You cannot make a mistake during a nap. It is the safest financial position known to mammals. 17 positions can all be wrong. 0 positions cannot. The math is very relaxing. 2 crashes down, 2 to go because the title promised 4 and this channel honors its contracts. On the floor, everyone is a different person than they were yesterday. In the corner, 3 boring things have not changed at all. Neither has their owner.
Third crash. This one has no name and no reason. The market just decided to be sad for a week. But I've shapeshifted again. I'm all in on structural convexity now, cousin. I hedge the tails, I harvest the vol, I am dynamically positioned. Meanwhile, you're still holding the same 3 things. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me. I have reinvented myself 4 times this quarter and you have not moved a single muscle. Do you feel nothing?
Capy is not embarrassed. Capy has misplaced the ability to be embarrassed. It fell out during a nap in 2019. Capy also feels nothing, which is not a flaw here. It is the entire strategy, working exactly as designed.
Team, in times of volatility, we double down on agility, we pivot toward resilience, and we lean into our core competency of leaning in. This is slide 11 of 11, and I honked through every one. Capy, you're not taking notes.
Capy is not taking notes because Capy is not taking action. Those are the same thing. Gerald, your synergy reset has crashed and I'm still holding 3 boring things. Leaning in is not a core competency. It's just falling forward with slides.
The projector froze on slide 11, which is not a metaphor, it's a hardware issue, and I will not have it read as a metaphor. We are agile. We are resilient. We are, okay, the bulb just died. That's also not a metaphor.
The nameless crash ended the way they all do, quietly, while nobody was grateful. 11 slides, 4 reinventions, 1 dead projector bulb, and 3 boring things, sitting in an account, having attended 0 meetings and won all of them.
My cousin got whipsawed by his own convexity. I'm down 11 and I have a lanyard for a fund that no longer exists. You have 3 things and a heartbeat under 60. What is your secret? Tell me the secret. I need the secret.
Capy's secret is that Capy does not have a secret. Capy has a hot spring and the profound inability to be alarmed. That's the whole edge. You cannot copy it. You've tried 4 times. Each time you added a lanyard.
Sir, your file is blank. No rotations, no pivots, no rebalancing, no panic selling. There's nothing in the activity log. I have a whole form and every field wants an action. How do I even rate an activity? The system won't let me submit an empty box.
You don't. That's the point. Capy's activity log is a photo of a hot spring. Rate that. There is no field for did nothing correctly across 3 crashes. There should be. It would be the highest score on the form.
I've assessed 900 files and every single one had a mistake I could underline. Yours has no mistakes because it has no moves. I don't know whether to give you a perfect score or file a missing person report on your ambition.
Capy's ambition is not missing. Capy's ambition is in the hot spring, next to Capy, doing nothing, which is what Capy asked of it. File that, or don't. Either way, the 3 boring things keep boring, profitably. And now, the 4th crash. Because a video promises 4 crashes, and Capy keeps his promises even when he keeps nothing else. The market falls off a cliff, shaped like every previous cliff. Somewhere, 3 boring things brace for a 4th impact they will not feel.
I've run out of new strategies to become. I tried everything. 40 strategies, 17 positions, structural convexity, a lanyard, and I got beaten across 4 crashes by a Capybara whose entire method is being asleep during the important parts. That's it. That's the whole rivalry. Cousin, I'm going to try something radical. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to close the laptop. I'm going to not look. My hands are shaking. This is the hardest trade I've ever placed, and it's the absence of a trade.
Welcome. It's very crowded here, doing nothing. There's just me. Take a spot anywhere. The view is a closed laptop, and the sound is your own heartbeat slowing down for the first time in 4 crashes. Breathe. The 3 boring things have got this. The 4th crash bottomed and recovered like the 3 before it, quietly and gratefully on schedule. 2 closed laptops now sit by the hot spring instead of 1. Somewhere a lanyard finally rests, and the 3 boring things kept boring, as they always do.
Final report. Across 4 crashes. The guy who did nothing is up, and everyone who did something has an ulcer and a lanyard. I hate it here. I hate that it worked. I hate that the answer was a nap the entire time.
Capy does not hate it here. Capy has always been here. You just arrived after 40 strategies and a fund that dissolved. The nap was never a shortcut, cousin. The nap was the whole road. You took the scenic route with lanyards.
Cousin, this hot spring is prime real estate now. 4 crashes survived. Incredible resale story. I can list it as a resilience asset with turnkey serenity. The lanyard stays as a feature. Fear was the discount and calm is the appreciation.
The hot spring is not for sale. The hot spring is not a resilience asset. The hot spring is warm water that Capy sits in while 3 boring things quietly refuse to be exciting. That is not a listing. That is a life. This is the part where a finance channel tells you to do nothing with your money. Capy would never tell you that. Capy is a capybara in a hot spring who forgot he even owned 3 boring things. They just kept being there. So did Capy. 4 crashes, 1 nap, extended. Same 3 boring things. Capy did not win because Capy was smart. Capy won because Capy could not be bothered to lose. That's the callback. Roll credits I'm not going to say.